Hello everyone. I hope you all had a good weekend. I'm sure that many of you are aware that today marks the 3-month anniversary of the day that Kiely Rodni went missing. Now, obviously, I never posted any videos about the Kiely Rodni case because, like I've said in another video, I don't want this channel to become a national case channel. I've always felt that way ever since I first thought about making the channel, that I didn't want it to be about that. But with the Kiely Rodni situation, the biggest reason that I never shared any thoughts or visions or anything like that about that case was because it just turned into such a bizarre circus of insanity so quickly that I really just did not want to be a part of it. I did not want to fuel any conspiracies or anything like that because, like I said, shit got crazy with that case. Now that the case is closed, at least as far as law enforcement is concerned, I feel like it's an appropriate time to just give you guys a couple of thoughts that I had about the case, but mostly what I really wanted to do is I wanted to make a tribute video to Kylie, and I will explain why in just a moment. First, I have just a few words on her death. I did have some visions. I did speak to Kylie many times, actually, and I really only just want to say a few things. First and foremost, based on what I saw and on what Kylie told me, I will say that I believe that Kiely Rodni's death was accidental, but that is only in the sense that the person, or people in my opinion, that were responsible for her death did not intend to kill her. Okay? They intended to incapacitate her. They intended to keep her out of the way for the night, so to speak, but they did not intend for her to die. However, they did very much intend not to take responsibility and rather to go to great lengths to cover up the actual circumstances of her death. The only other thing that I want to say about the case itself is that the cover-up was extensive, and it did not only involve people at the party, but it also involved people in the community, people in law enforcement, and even people within Kylie's own family. There were many people that had a vested interest in Kylie's death being declared an accident, all for various reasons, but they still all had a vested interest in her death being declared an accident. I'm just going to leave it at that for as far as the case goes. That's my basic opinion, and I don't think that I'll be doing much discussing about the case itself at all in any time in the near future. Now, what I really wanted to be the focus of this video is my personal tribute to Kylie. And at the risk of sounding even weirder than I probably already do, at this point, I would honestly have to say that I consider Kiely Rodni to be a friend. And like I said, I know that's weird, but let me explain. I had seen a news report, I believe, that Kylie had gone missing. I think it was the day that she was reported missing, so probably August 6th. I didn't really look into it much. I just remember thinking, oh, that's sad that a 16-year-old girl is missing. But I just kind of went on with my life. I didn't look into it or really follow the case in any way whatsoever. Now, at the time, I have to say that I was in kind of a dark place. I was struggling with life, and I was denying my gifts. I was blocking myself, and much like Davy Jones, I was blatantly shirking my responsibility to ferry lost souls to the other side. Thankfully, I never turned into a squid like Davy Jones. or an octopus or whatever he's supposed to be. At least not that I'm aware of. But I was definitely just not being myself. I'll just leave it at that. So anyway, the day before Kylie was found, I was laying down to go to sleep. And usually when spirits talk to me, it doesn't come through real strong at first or real clear. They're kind of quiet and hard to hear until I, actually connect with them. But Kylie, she came through to me loud and clear straight off the bat. Like I said, I was laying down trying to go to sleep, and all of a sudden I just heard, "Who are you?" In, kind of a aggravated tone, sort of. And like I said, I wasn't in the best place, so I was a little snippy, and I was like, "Who are you?" And she said, "Kylie." I think that I kind of knew straight away that it was, the Kylie that had went missing. But I wasn't real into it, you guys. I was not in the mood to talk. So my response to her was, "Why are you here?" And she said, "I don't know. I'm scared. Where am I?" Now, that did get to me a little bit, and I did feel bad. I could tell that she was young, and obviously if she was the Kylie that was missing, I knew that she was only 16. So I kind of half-heartedly, did my best to calm her down. And I'm going to be perfectly honest, you guys. I can't lie. I just sent her to her mother. I did not want to deal with it. I was not in the mood. I was tired. I hadn't been doing any sessions or anything like that anytime recently. And, at the end of the day, you guys, I am human. I mean, as far as I know. And, I don't always do the right thing. So I really just kind of blew her off. Well, the next day after I woke up, I felt horrible. I felt like the worst person in the world, I felt like this girl needed me, and that I have the ability to at least make her feel a little bit better about her situation, and instead of doing that, I just blew her off. At that point, I did start looking into her case a little bit. Not a whole lot, but just a little, just to kind of get the basics and everything like that. And then later on that day, I think it was that day, they announced that Kylie had been found. At that point, I was definitely interested. I was definitely curious. And I really felt like, if for no other reason, I really felt like I needed to try to connect with Kylie again just because of the way that I had treated her. So I did reach out to Kylie, and I was able to connect with her. I was able to kind of calm her down just a little bit and help her understand, kind of what was happening to her and everything like that. But mostly for whatever reason, I really just wanted to talk to her. I wanted to know about her. I wanted to know about her life, about her situation. I wanted to know what led her to be in this position. Basically, what might have led to her finding herself in this situation. I have to say that I immediately liked Kylie. She was bright. She was sweet. She was a very articulate girl that really seemed to catch on to things very, very quickly. Through our conversations, I came to realize that Kylie and I actually had a lot in common, despite our vast age difference, in terms of our interests, in terms of our intelligence, in terms of our relationships with our mothers. We really just had a lot in common. And since it was at a time when I wasn't doing any other rescue sessions, I was literally only talking to Kylie at that point. And just like anybody that you have several conversations with over whatever period of time, I would dare to say that we pretty quickly became friends. We had several personal conversations, and I really believe that Kylie was a good girl that got herself into some bad situations. And, it truly is a tragedy what happened to her. And really, the only thing that I really want everyone to know, what I really want everyone to take away from this video, is just that Kylie was an amazing person. Even in death, I think that she's still an amazing soul. I know that through my conversations with her that she is not at peace, but I would dare to say that she is content. Not with the situation, but in the fact that she knows that there are thousands, possibly millions, of people out there who know that they are not being told the whole truth about what happened to her. Obviously, we would all like to see some real justice for Kylie, but at this point, we have to accept the possibility that the truth is never going to come out. The truth is going to be buried, and there are so many people that are working to make sure that it stays buried that it might never come to light. I really hope that it does. I hope sometime down the road, some kind of something, some evidence, some person comes forward or something like that. And I hope that whole town goes down for their part in covering up what happened to Kylie. But I don't know that that's ever going to happen. And she understands that might never happen. So basically at this point, I think that we're both just taking solace in the fact that there are people who know that there was something suspicious about her death. They know that things aren't always what they seem. Anyway, like I said, I just wanted to quickly share my thoughts. I wanted to make sure that everybody knew that I have the utmost respect for Kiely Rodni. I hold her in very high regard, and I really just want this to be a tribute to her memory. To anybody who cared about Kylie, to anybody who knew and understood what a great girl she was. Yeah, I just want to, share in celebrating the fact that Kiely Rodni ever even existed, because people like her are few and far between, and she really just deserves to be remembered for the truly wonderful person that she was. So thank you, Kylie, for everything that you've shared with me. Thank you for the relationship that we have built. And most of all, thank you for saving me. I really feel like Kylie saved me because, like I said, I was in a dark place and she pulled me out of it. Anyway, you guys, I'm sorry I'm getting a little bit emotional, so I'm going to cut this off here. But as always, thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.